Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Goldylocks Productions presents the Inspiration from Spirit show with your host, Reverend Lea Chapin. The focus and goal for this show is to assist humanity in the awakening of a new level of consciousness that will bring peace to planet Earth.
Welcome, I'm Lea Chapin. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I want to thank all the listeners that have been following my show on all the shows on Goldylocks Productions. Thanking Tiffany again for being the great producer she is by having me here and having this format for me to be able to share. And thank all those new listeners that are joining today. We have Laura Romano, who is also one of the hosts here at Goldylocks Productions. She's the host of Angels Healing Light show, Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So delighted to have her. She is the beautiful soul who helped me find my way here to Goldylocks Productions. So after some time of not connecting, out of the blue, the angels must have stuck my name in her thought forms, and we reconnected again. So that's always fun how that happens. And Laura is a certified angel healer, certified medical Reiki master, teacher, a bioenergy healer, animal communicator, and much more. Her website is angelsandhealinglight.com. She began researching or becoming connected to angels when she had an encounter with Archangel Michael, and she decided to learn more about angels after that encounter. And so she helps people with channel guidance with all kinds of questions that people might have with their life issues, love relationship, health issues, career issues, and much more. So, Laura, thank you for being with me today. And you look lovely as always.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for having me. And I'm just so happy that we're here doing this together today. As you said, it's been a while since we connected between Illinois and Florida. And it's just nice that you're part of this wonderful group of helping bring light and healing and insight to the world. So thank you very much for having me.
You are welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about that experience with Archangel Michael. When did that happen, and how did you become inspired to do the angel readings?
It actually happened in Illinois during a Reiki share where I was still rather new at Reiki and hadn't protected myself energetically enough. So I was visited, if you will, by some energy that was not a very good energy. It was a very low energy. And I knew the minute that it touched me that this is definitely somebody else's and not for me. And wasn't quite sure what to do about it. So I asked the facilitator and Linda, and I said, Linda, oh, no worries. We'll take care of that right now. And she started doing some mumbling and some prayers and some hand waving. And the next thing I knew, this whoosh of energy came through. I'm getting goosebumps now. A whoosh of energy came through and the heavy feeling went away. And she said, well, that was Archangel Michael coming. And I was absolutely astounded that Archangel Michael would come just for me. For me, I grew up knowing about angels, but for the most part, they were somebody you met when you died and went to heaven. Mm-hmm. And I was very touched by that. So I wanted to learn more. And the more that I learned, the more I wanted to learn. And then through all of my research, I just fell in love with all of them. And I decided right then, I want to talk to these angels. I want to talk to them. And so I worked at it, and now I do. It's just one of the most life-changing events in my life, and I use it to hopefully help others change their lives in a positive fashion.
Now, were you self-trained?
For the most part, I did study under Doreen Virtue and others. I've taken a lot of courses, done a lot of education. But I was very, very driven to do it. So I read and I listened and I took classes and I learned, and follow their guidance. I had friends help me practice reading. That was one of the scariest things in my life. And as a former paramedic, I've run into burning buildings with less fear than my first couple of angel readings, quite frankly. So yeah, I was very driven, but it's really changed my life.
I think I'm hearing a little feedback. Can you hear that? Okay. That's good because I can hear it. How long did that take for you to start then working with other people? Did you take several years for you to practice, or how long did that take for you to be able to move into doing it professionally?
I think about 2 years by the time I had the confidence. And, you know, I took it as a very sacred undertaking. I didn't want to give someone wrong information or wrong advice. And so it took me a good solid couple of years of practicing and studying before I felt comfortable doing readings for others. My friends were very, very helpful as I practiced on them because they were able to validate quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And along that, as that happened, it helped me learn and opened up my insight and ability to communicate even more. So it was sort of a compounding experience. So each time I did a reading, the more I learned, the more I knew, the easier it got, and the more I knew which direction I wanted to go. There's so many doors that opened up. It was a bit overwhelming at times, and I know many other people go through this. So it's initially hard to make sure that I was following my path and not somebody else's. So I had a lot of beautiful information and met a lot of wonderful, wonderful people who I learned from. You are one of them. I'll never forget that beautiful message you gave me from Archangel Michael. But there were many doors and a lot of knowledge that was open to me along that way. And
can you describe to the listening audience how you work? How do you connect to the angels? How do you do it particularly?
First and foremost, you know, it's a prayer of protection, a prayer of asking God to connect and surround me with his light and love and energy, and information and insight. That's the most important thing. The moment I do that, I can feel a change in my energy. I then follow up by asking angels I have a particular group of angels that I ask for their guidance in insight and information. And one by one, I can feel them, just, you know, the energy change. So it all starts at the heart. And sometimes after that initial opening prayer, I have to take a minute and settle in because the emotion, the love, the energy that comes through is so profound that there are times where I've done readings where my readee is perfectly content to just sit in that energy for a couple of minutes, and you could just see tears rolling down their faces, and they get everything they need sometimes in the very first couple of minutes. So connecting with them by doing that opening prayer and asking to connect with my readee's energy and angels as well.
And do you have a particular spiritual team that you work with? Do you have your go-tos?
I do. Oh yeah, Michael, of course. He's the leader of the pack. I work a lot with Archangel Raphael. I love to do healing work, and he, of course, is one of the master healers. So I usually work primarily with those two. Archangel Gabriel is another one that I love to work with. Archangel Raphael has a beautiful, beautiful energy. It's very soft, very kind. I like to work with her energy too. And then many times just whoever comes in at the moment for that particular person.
And do you work with people only in person, or do you work with people virtually or remotely?
Oh yes, remotely, in person. I do it all. There's no distance can be too far connecting with the angelic realm. They make it happen. They help it happen, and they make it happen.
And you're located in Florida.
Yeah.
And
yes, on the beautiful Gulf Coast side.
And you do you work out of your home, or do you have an office outside of your home?
Well, I did have an office outside of my home in Sarasota, but with all of these changes in the COVID virus lately, I try to just work from home, and um, sometimes I'll go to other schools, spiritual schools, and teach classes. But that's been kind of put in the back for a while
Okay.
until things get better.
And what kind of classes do you offer?
I teach how to communicate with angels. I teach how to do a basic angel card reading class. I also am a Reiki master teacher. So healing and communicating with the divine are the things that I like to teach. And pretty soon here, I'll have an angel card reading course coming up. I was going to have it a couple of weeks ago, but felt that wasn't really the right time. So I think coming up here in the next couple of months, I'll have a course for people to help reading angel cards and connecting with our angels. I think it's very important that all of us remember, my mission in doing this is to remind people that, or to tell them, to teach them that every one of us has angels that we are surrounded by every single day and every moment of our lives, all of our lives. And it's important for us to remember throughout the day or through whenever it's necessary to connect with those angels, even if it's just a hello, good morning, how are you? That simple connection, whether it is in a deep meditation or just a simple hello, I'm thinking of you, can make all the difference in your life. And how you use that energetic connection, how you use that relationship with your angels, of course, is up to each person depending on the path that they're on. But for instance, these days, wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody would remember or learn how to connect or talk to or believe the information they're getting from their angels, and just to partner with that beautiful energy to help make positive changes in the world, to help heal, to help enlighten, and to help lift people up. And that's why I think, outside of the fact that we'll literally, in about 30 seconds, once somebody connects with their angels for the first time, their life changes in about 30 seconds. And that's not an exaggeration. But if everybody were to do that and use that wonderful energy that is there for every one of us, it's our birthright. So if we were all to use that energy to help make positive, encouraging, empowering changes in the world, wow, I would be unstoppable. It'd be a different place.
It'd be a different world. Yes.
Yes, it would.
Well, speaking of that, are you ready to offer some guidance to some folks that have asked some questions?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. And you use your cards, or tell us how this process is going to work.
Well, when I do readings, I use both channeled messages and cards. Sometimes the cards are just to validate. Sometimes the message is in the actual image of the card. And, we're visual. Most people are visual, so it helps solidify a message. So I like to do both. One leads to another and the other leads to the other.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, the first question is from Karen, and she wants to know, what are your thoughts about the future of her screenplay? She's also, I guess there's two questions, but the first one is, what are your thoughts about the future of her screenplay?
Okay, so let's see. Let's ask Archangel Gabriel this question. Archangel Gabriel is known as the angel that helps us with communication. And also let's get some insight from Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon is an angel that helps make sure that our prayers are heard, but he's also encouraging for people that are in the artistic world. So Karen, I'm going to ask you to establish a time where you can say hello to Archangels Gabriel and Sandalphon in order to get their assistance with your screenplay. And I'm seeing that there's a lot of dancing going on. And I'm not sure if this is a musical sort of a screenplay or if this is dancing and celebration. It's almost like a West Side Story picture. The image that I'm getting, the dress, the dancing, it reminds me of West Side Story. So there's a lot of joy and a lot of happiness coming around it. The word that I'm hearing is rework, but don't overwork. So you may have a few little things that you need to rework on. If you're being told that, beautiful, but don't overdo it. You're saying be cautious about knowing when to stop. And let's just see what else we get here. Oh, let's go to this deck. I'm going to pull something from the Archangel Oracle cards for you, Karen. Yeah, there's a lot of music that I'm hearing in relation, and at the same time, they're almost saying there has nothing to do with music. It's a very serious.
It's a serious book. Yes,
it's a very serious, but there's a lot of joy and happiness behind it as well. So Archangel Haniel's coming along saying, Archangel Haniel's popping up, talking about sensitivity. So honor your feelings, honor your intuition, and make sure that you're careful around the energies that you're spending time. So if you're being affected by energies that are demeaning, downplaying your accomplishments, please make sure that you respect yourself and your accomplishments and guard yourself accordingly. Secondly, Archangel Ariel is telling you that you're being divinely guided. So you've got a great team here. You had a brilliant idea, you're being divinely guided, so charge ahead. Archangel Raphael, this is a really important message. Archangel Raphael is the healer angel. He heals not just physically, but emotionally, relationships. And he's saying, look, just give us your cares, give us your concerns. We're guiding you. We're lighting the way for you. We're helping you along the way. We're helping heal as we go. So let us take your concerns. And that message goes for everybody. Hand them over to the angels, hand your concerns over to God. So good luck, Karen.
And then she had a second question. She's writing a second book about an entity attachment. Will it be well received?
It's going to have a very specific audience. She may feel that at first it's not received, but it will be when its time has come, when it's time. So charge ahead. Follow with your intuition, follow with your guidance. And don't be discouraged if it doesn't take off immediately, but it will have its time.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Then we have a question from Renee, and she wants to know if you have any insight or guidance about her possible relocation or move. She's thinking about moving or relocating. She'd like some guidance about that. Renee would like some guidance.
Okay, so let's ask Archangel Michael about this one. Archangel Michael is really helpful with transitional things like moving or job changes. Renee, I can see you, Renee, you're kind of going around in circles, not knowing which way to go, but it looks like finally you're taking off in a direction that is going to the northeast of where you are now. So it's almost a 45-degree angle to the northeast. And let's get one more message of insight. Archangel Ariel. Great. Okay. So Archangel Ariel, and this beautiful number 11 on this card. Archangel Ariel is an angel of courage. She's also an angel that helps protect animals in the nature kingdom. And for you in this case, she's got these beautiful wings out, moving forward. She's on this gorgeous tiger and shields up. Tiger is very much moving forward. Sorry about the glare there. So she's saying that things may seem impossible. Look at me. I'm riding on the back of a tiger. Does this look impossible? And yet here I am. So don't doubt what you think is impossible, because beautiful things come for those who take chances. Have the courage, have the strength, follow your heart. Look at me, I'm riding a tiger. You can do the same. But it's all in your heart, and let us guide you. Oh, angel number 11, angel number 11, angel number 11, she says. And this is the way that we will show you and point you in the direction, is when you are seeing the number 11. Think of me, Archangel Ariel, angel number 11. I am with you, supporting you, and guiding you, and reminding you of your courage and your strength. Get on the tiger and ride. She laughs. All right, so there you go.
Thank
Out
you.
for number 11.
Thank you. Cool. And then Jared has a question. He lives in the country of Oman, and he wants to know the spiritual significance of the legacy of that country, if you can give that, which is kind of a broad question, but also wants to know the significance of him moving there to that particular country.
The significance of the country itself is many-fold. It's for those that are seeking insight on the esoteric. As for him, they're showing me a gong, and I'm hearing a gong. So as in a temple, a gong being played or struck. The significance for him is an opportunity for growth, of spiritual growth. Sorry. So that's an opportunity for spiritual growth for him.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. And then Linda wants to know, this is another question about moving. Is my mission here in Oregon complete? And is the time right for me to leave Oregon and relocate to Hot Springs, Arkansas?
All right, Linda. I'm getting yes, your time is complete there. You have a little bit of time left, a couple things left to do, some opportunities that will come up for you that you may feel perfectly comfortable, confident, short-term opportunities. So I'm also seeing a stop along the way. So I see a stop in Colorado. So there's something in Colorado for you. Sounds like looks like the Denver area. I'm hearing Denver Nuggets. So Denver area. And some meandering along the way. Hot Springs feels like very for you, like you're coming back home. So I don't know if that is your home, but it has a very home-like family feeling to it. It's very like you've been there before. So you'll be like coming back home for you.
Okay, thank you. And then Marissa has a question. She wants to know, she feels like she has a strong connection to Archangel Ariel. Any guidance you could give her about that?
Archangel Ariel, and I'm sorry, what's her name?
Marissa.
Marissa. Peace, peace, peace. Marissa from Archangel Ariel. Peace, peace, peace. Following the way, following the light, following your guidance as a student, but also as a way shower. You're studying to be a way shower, studying and lighting the way for not only yourself, but for others, as he lights the way for you, and you in turn light the way for others. Peace, 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 he says. Keep one eye on your heart and the other eye on the light. And the two of them will continue to guide you perfectly. And he's handing a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, how lovely.
Yes, I don't see that very often, but there's some significance there. So He's talking about flowers.
All right. And then Joan wants to know, is there anything I'm supposed to be doing differently in my life at this time?
Let's see, Joan. Pray more, Joan. Pray more. Does Joan cook a lot? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of cooking, but they're saying pray more, Joan. Pray for, have fun. So it seems like they're showing me kitchen, cooking, laughing, singing. So making sure that you're in place of joy. So making sure that you're in a place of joy and doing what you find to be joyful, but praying more in order to get answers, in order to help others. They're saying sometimes you feel like you're not sure how to help someone, how to help. There's a lot of healing that it feels like you're trying to do a lot of healing and not sure if it's working or not. So they're saying that just keep praying. That works, and have fun. And they're taking me back to the kitchen again, where you're, at the stove singing and doing little twirls and flipping and stirring and dishing and plating and just making it a place of joy and happiness and fun. I hope that's really a vivid image. So have fun, do what you love to do, and continue to pray, because those words are meaningful, they're powerful, and they do make a difference. But they're also meant as prayers for yourself. So what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you want, don't forget to make that connection with the angels so that you can hear those messages and get that insight. It's easy sometimes to get disconnected from that funnel of information that's always there for us. So take the time to make that connection. Make sure you ground yourself, protect yourself, and connect with the divine so that you can receive.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then Lillian has a two-part question. She says, are there certain ways that angels prefer to communicate with us and get our attention? Is the first question.
So Lillian, angels communicate with us the way that is easiest for us to understand. And that may change as your certain areas of your receptivity develop. So maybe in the beginning, when someone is kind of doubting that they have angels in their lives, they'll make visual validations like clouds in the sky, feathers on the ground, bumper stickers, billboards, and you'll start seeing the 11s numbers or the 4s. They will communicate with you through songs, through other people, through messages, through feelings, through any one of your clear senses. So whichever ones are the strongest is typically how they will communicate. Sometimes, and one of my personal favorites is when they just make your ears ring. And it's exactly what it is, but I don't know how to interpret it. It sounds like a fax machine. Well, trust that the message will make itself clear at another time. But in the very beginning, my ears were it was like a constant fax machine. And all I could think of was, you could just feel there's something big coming, some big message coming. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? I need a little more, please. If you're not sure of the message that you're getting, ask for clarification. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't understand any of this. Please help me. And you'll work it out. It's like talking to somebody that speaks a different language, and you'll get there. It takes some patience and some time, and you have to keep a sense of humor about it. But most importantly, trust, have faith, and if you're not getting the message, ask for clarification. Don't be shy about that. And if you think that you've gotten a message, but that couldn't be possible, that's too simple. It doesn't have to be anything profound. Sometimes their messages are just, hi, we're here, and we just want you to know that. Well, sometimes it's just a very simple reminder. We love you. That's an angel message. we're here. We're thinking of you today. They can be just very short and sweet. So just take them as they come and believe, and the more that you do, the more you receive.
That's right. Practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then her second part of her question are, perhaps you already answered this. What are the ways they would like to communicate with me that I can most recognize? I think you probably already said that.
I'm hearing what I'm getting is through song and music right now. And yeah, they're pulling on my ear right now. So they're really pulling song and music, song and music, song and music. So sometimes the angel messages, like I said, are not profound spiritual tomes. Sometimes they're just a way of making you laugh. So there may be a song or a song that comes on that makes you feel good or makes you laugh. But in the back of your mind, you think, angel, it's an angel. It'll come to you. Sometimes they will have you maybe put on angel music while you meditate to help you get into the frame of mind of receiving them. So through music and song, and you're going to have to decide which one, or if it's one or both. If it's getting into meditative state with angel type music, or something fun and enlivening and uplifting that you hear on the radio.
Okay, thank you. And then I have one more question from Anne, and she wants to know, do the angels have anything to tell her also about any relocation moves that might be coming up in the future for her?
I'm not seeing a big change right now, Anne. If it seems like you're really connected with your house, it feels like, with the home that you're in, with the space that you're in, there's a strong connection. And I don't know if it's your current house, but it's a bigger house. It has, airy, open, spacious, a newer home. But I don't see a big geographical change. So it doesn't feel like there's anything major coming up right now.
Okay. Thank you. And did you want to give any kind of general message that the angels might want to give us at this time collectively?
Oh, I'd be delighted to. Before I do that, though, I would like to say that, everybody remember that when you became a soul, God assigned a guardian angel to you. And that angel has been with you your entire existence and will be with you through your entire existence, and knows you better than you know yourself, and has loved you from the very first moment you came into creation. That angel is there to help you learn and to help you grow and to help guide you. And because of the free will that we all have, it's up to you to issue the invitation to become a more pronounced part of your life. And you can do that very simply by asking, of all things, ask your guardian angel to speak up, to remind you of its presence, and to help you hear what it is that you need to know. That angel is not going to make decisions for you and never going to tell you what to do. It'll give guidance and support, but will never give you bad news, never make you do anything that is negative. They're extremely bright beings of love. Their energy is pure love. That's what angels are. They're pure love. And so those are the messages that they come with. That is the energy that they carry. They may come to you in a form of light or an image of an angel. They also come in different appearances, as well as making themselves known in different ways. An angel message, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, may come to you from another person. Another person may deliver the angel message to you. And you may have had a question or a problem on your mind. And all of a sudden, somebody you know comes and says, hey, what about, oh, that's exactly the answer that I've been looking for. That's exactly what I needed to know. So sometimes angels will come to you that way as well. So a general reading for everyone. So please remember that if you will connect with your heart and just say, angels, my guardian angels, please help me. If you do that from your heart, your life will change in about 30 seconds for the better. And then the rest, of course, is up to you. Any relationship takes work and takes dedication and takes patience. So you have to work at it like any other relationship, except you can't really see or hear or feel them for the most part. So it takes extra dedication and faith. So give it a try. And I guarantee your life will change for the better in about 30 seconds. So today's message is going to be from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael's been very present today, especially with everybody feeling like they're making big changes and moving. And he is an angel along with Archangel Ariel, the angel of transition. So those are two angels that help us when we make big changes in our lives. So for everybody, we've got a lot of cards here. So we're going to talk about the first one. Just remember that you're surrounded by love. You're being held close to the heart of your angels every moment of every day. Take the time to check in and feel that love. Archangel Michael reminds you, don't be afraid. Let go of anything you're afraid of. Let go of it now. Let it go, release it so that you can move forward. And Archangel Michael is always available to help you with that fear, to help let go of the fear, to help cut ties to fear, to help you think and see from positive, enlightened standpoint. You can't call on Archangel Michael too many times. He's also reminding us who's in charge. God's in charge. So if you're not sure, if you don't know what to do, if you're feeling out of sorts or out of alignment, God's in charge. So ask God to help find solutions to problems. Give it faith, give trust to your divine the divine being, to the divine light, so that they can continue to guide you, to heal, to resolve issues. Remember that. Finally, you're trustworthy. As you move forward in your spiritual growth, as you move forward in light, you're not doing it by yourself. Again, this is a beautiful reminder that the angels are right next to you, propelling you forward into the light once you make that connection with them. If you have a decision to make, Archangel Michael is saying, just take time and think it out. Engage our assistance. When you need to make a big decision, you don't. Again, that goes back to the other card. You're not doing any of this by yourself. So if you're not sure what to do, ask the angels to guide you, to take your time so that you can get all the answers that are there for you. So detach and step back and allow situations to unfold. Sometimes that's what it takes, right? We all want to know the answers right away. It seems like we get nervous when we don't. And the angels are reminding us that sometimes things just need to unfold at their own pace. And they're there to help. Yeah. Something that's difficult. Life doesn't come with an instruction book or an itinerary, and I think that's just not fair. I've asked for one, and I keep being told no. Archangel Michael, can I please have an instruction book? No. How about an itinerary? No. Okay.
That's about our free will choice and the soul's journey.
Still be nice to know. A little hint. What's going to happen at 11 o'clock next Tuesday? A little hint.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Probably same thing that happened today.
Yeah. Probably.
So tell me a little bit about your thoughts about people manifesting as angels. So that's happened to me and to a friend of mine after one of our friends had passed away. She had manifested, we believe, as an angel to come say hello after she had crossed over. Can you talk about that, or do you have any thoughts about that?
I believe that angels are of a specific realm that maybe in some point in the future, I don't really know, but I don't think that people come back so much as angels, but come back to show that they're in a beautiful place, surrounded by incredible energy and divine light, and surrounded by angels as well. I think that sometimes angels bring forward our loved ones, help bring them forward, especially Archangel Azrael, to help us heal, to just so we know, and so that they can tell us, first of all, I'm still around, but look where I am, look what I'm doing, look how beautiful it is here. I'm back home where it's beautiful and perfect, and I'm surrounded by all of this beauty and energy and love and light. And I think that I'll find out eventually, I guess we all will, but I believe those are some of the things that happen, is that we just get surrounded by such beautiful, pure, loving energy. And that is, after all, what an angel is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Love and energy. I don't know.
Now, do you work with those who've crossed over as well?
I do. I have studied mediumship, and when I eventually, what started happening when I was doing readings, or when I do readings, is that all of a sudden there will be somebody's loved one that just pops in spontaneously. Mm-hmm. So wasn't on a path particularly of being a medium, but I started studying it because they started showing up, and I wanted to be sure that when I worked with someone's loved one, that I was giving the proper messages or working with them in the right way. I did not want to go about that the wrong way. It was just so vitally important. And I've actually had a lot of fun with it. When I get people that come through, when our loved ones come through, they are really adamant, but most of the time the readings are really joyful, and they're a lot of fun, actually. I don't know why that is, but it's enjoyable way to meet other people's family members and loved ones, and they feel very good at not only being able to get messages from the angels, but from their loved ones. It's really pretty exciting.
And you do animal communication as well, is that correct?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Oh, geez. I studied under a lovely lady who has written a couple of books, and she's here in the Sarasota area. She's now retired, but I studied under her, under Mary, for a couple of years. That has really been really interesting, just being able to communicate with, squirrels, blue jays, my own dogs, not so much because I think they're too close, but readings with animals that have passed on, that still are part of the family and know what's going on. I did a reading on a horse once. The horse had passed away, but he knew that they had just had a new baby. The family had a new baby. And so he was talking about that. And he was showing me about his life and what he used to do while he was alive, but now what he does in the spirit world. But most of all, that he was still aware of what was happening. I've worked with animals in shelters, helping, that have been traumatized. And I've worked with them so that they are healed and are able to find homes, good, happy homes. And also, one of my favorite experiences was communicating with a pet snake, a pet ball python, which I'd never done before, never met one before, but this snake named Clementine was an absolute stitch. So at the end of our meeting, I wanted to meet Clementine, so I wanted to hold her, pet her. So she came and started climbing up, and I have this great picture. I had my hair pulled back like this, with a little barrette in the back. Mm-hmm. So the snake comes and just very slowly wraps itself around my neck. and it's a python. And so I got a little nervous, and I didn't want to yank it off because I was afraid it would squeeze tighter. So I said, Clementine, would you please unwrap yourself from around my neck? A couple seconds later, Clementine unwound herself from my neck, but she went behind my head, stuck her head up from underneath my barrette, and rested her head on top of my hair.
Oh my God, you're brave. Oh my
She
Lord.
was so, I just got the biggest kick out of her. She was just, you could just tell she was so laughing about it. She's like, all right, well, and I was like, oh my God, what is she doing now? Underneath.
I'd be freaked.
Here I am.
Oh my God, you're brave. Oh Lord.
She was charming. She was absolutely charming. So I make friends with animals. I have a lot of birds that are friends, and a couple of squirrels in my backyard, of course. But
that is funny.
I like animals.
Yes. I wasn't expecting you to say that. That's a cool story.
So,
well, we got a couple minutes left. I know you have to leave us shortly, but I wanted everyone to know about your show and tell us a little bit about your show on Tuesdays.
It's called Angels and Healing Light. It's on 11 o'clock a.m. every Tuesday Eastern Time. It's a show where I have my viewers are becoming wonderful family, the Angels and Healing Light family. So I spend that hour teaching about angels, doing angel messages. Sometimes I do healing, sometimes meditation, but it's an hour for everyone to get together and be reminded of or introduced to an angel. And it's been very healing and very insightful. One of the things that I love so much about it is not only did the angels come forth with message of support and guidance, but my viewers do too. So if someone's having a particular problem, the viewers all chime in with their prayers and goodwill thoughts and congratulations. So it's turned into a little community where we support one another. So everyone is starting to do their own angel work here with each other. So it's all about learning about angels and connecting with them and healing.
Oh, how nice. And can you go ahead and give your contact information if someone wanted to get an angel reading from you, how they would find you?
Sure. My website is called Angels and Healing Light, or you can email me at laura@angelsandhealinglight.com.
And you have such a beautiful energy about you, so calm and reassuring. And I know that the angels, they're happy that you've responded to the call.
It's been a beautiful journey, a challenging journey at times, and you have to wonder, what in the wide world of sports am I doing? But there's always so much confirmation and validation, and people really need these messages. Mm-hmm. They really make a difference. They need the angels. They need the messages. So it's been, on this type of a journey, you really don't know what's going to happen next or where you're going or why necessarily, but you just have to keep pushing and remembering that the whole reason is to help people have better lives by connecting with their angels. Right. And it works. So it's something I truly love.
And be able to help give people peace. People need that at this time.
Yes.
Yeah. Comfort to the soul.
Right.
So thank you.
So
I know you
much.
have to run. You have to go on about your business. I want to say thank you again for having me on your show and just connecting me here to Goldylocks Productions. I'm grateful to you. When I return back to Florida, I hope we can reconnect. You're beautiful.
I look forward to it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And answering all the questions. All right, honey. Love you too. Have a great day. So.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye. That's Laura Romano, host of Angels and Healing Light. Her show Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Tune in, and she provides angel readings for those who wish to be a part of her show. She's a lovely, lovely soul. I met her up in Illinois, and we reconnected again in Sarasota, Florida. But next week, I want to let you know that I would like to begin to share a little bit more about divine union, what that means, from my book, Divine Union, the love story of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. I'd like to begin to talk a little bit more about that sacred union that we're all merging into. So we're going through these powerful times. We're merging into the 8-8 gateway, which is truly a powerful time of oneness. It's a time of purification. It's a time of transformation. And so the key for all of us is to begin to find that peace, the peace of our soul. And by doing that, finding that sacred union within ourselves, finding the balance of the divine masculine, divine feminine energies that help strengthen us so that we can receive and that we can begin to give. So as we give, we receive. As we give, we receive. That we can come into the yin and yang of the balance of our own soul. This is why we're here. This is why we've chosen to come to this planet again to learn these soul lessons and life lessons. But it's about merging our beautiful spirit with our consciousness, with our energetic field, and allowing that sacred divine alchemy of divine union within ourselves. So this book is about the love story of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. It's about them being twin flames, but really the premise of the story is how they found that sacred divine union within themselves, going through the life challenges, the struggles, being able to find the strength and the courage to be able to support themselves, to be able to support themselves. And so during these troubled times, we are separated from a lot of those that we love, and yet we're being forced to go within. We're being forced to look within, and there's what we call plenty of solitude time, plenty of time to reflect on our priorities of what we're here to do as a soul, and what we're here to do is in our human existence as physical, spiritual beings expressing our spirit. So this book, Divine Union, I want to discuss a little bit more about that and bring that into a little bit more clarity in terms of how can we really, really connect with our soul, and what does that look like, how we can merge with ourselves, how we can come into that sacred union and balance. So that is what next week's show is going to be about. Every week I channel the beautiful mystical teachings of Mary Magdalene every Monday morning. I have a beautiful core group of souls who join me every morning. I put those messages out on Facebook. I also put them on my YouTube channel. If you Google Lea Chapin YouTube, LeaChapin, you'll see my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see the audio recordings of my channeled messages. You also will be able to see all the sacred site journeys that I have done over the last couple of years, starting in 2018, traveling to sacred sites, bringing the information from those sacred sites in channeling form and through activation and earth activation. So take a look, take a listen at my YouTube channel, LeaChapin.com. My website, LeaChapin.com, is also, you'll be able to see some of those sacred site journeys on my personal website as well. Once a month, I channel the Christ Mastery teachings. Last week, I worked with a lesson of hope, which was really, really powerful. Next month, August 18th, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be teaching and working with a lesson of faith. And so each month, we go through all of the lessons in the study book. And it's a beautiful inspirational manual. It's a small manual, but it's the message of Christ's teachings that he brought forth 2,000 years ago in somewhat of a simplified but most profound condensed version. And then I'm also teaching intuitive development classes. I have ongoing intuitive development classes I've been doing now for the past couple of months, which help people to tap into their intuition, to tap into, again, their own angels, master guides and teachers, their higher self. And so if you have any interest in developing your own intuitive abilities, contact me at leachapin@gmail.com. I'll be glad to help you to understand a little bit more about your intuitive gifts, either through a class or individually. I do private readings as well as group classes. And again, this format that we're coming into now of moving forward to working virtually, I'll be expanding that work as well. So there's a lot happening in my world in terms of what I wish to offer, what I wish to bring forward with my work with the Ascended Masters. I too am a divine channel, work with the angels, the archangels, the galactic beings of light. I also am a psychic medium and work with those who have crossed over. My specialty really is working with the ascended beings of light and bringing forth their messages to help empower us, to help us to move forward into our soul purpose, our soul pathway, helping people to awaken to their true mission. So there's many people through the last 27 years that I've been doing this work that I've seen the growth, I've seen them move into their mission work, I've seen the excitement of them being able to find their soul purpose. And so if you're wondering to know about your soul purpose, if you're looking to move through any blockages that you might have, consider a private reading with me. Contact me again at leachapin@gmail.com or go to my website, leachapin.com. So this is really all that I have for today. I just want to thank you. I want to thank Laura Romano again for being on, who's the host of Angels, Healing and Light. Take a look at her show tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here to take your questions. Again, you can certainly contact me. I'd love your feedback. I don't do the personal readings on my show. My show is really more about empowering, educating, and bringing a new spiritual perspective to what is happening in the world with current life events, and was also empowering your soul to help you to move forward into your life mission. So that's really the format. My format is a teaching format. But I am open to doing the private readings if you happen to call me and if you'd like to have more information about how you can receive guidance both privately as well as in a group setting. And so again, my books, The 12 Master Teachings of Christ, are available both on print through Amazon and my website. I do have it on audiobook on my website, leachapin.com, and on Kindle. And The Divine Union is also available on Amazon in print and in Kindle, and available as an audiobook on my website, leachapin.com. So have a fabulous, fabulous week. I just want to thank everyone for showing up today. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank all the new listeners that have joined today. I hope this has been enlightening for you. It's been inspiring, and hope that you can join me next week. And again, I just want to say thank you. Be blessed. Be grateful. Live in a state of gratitude. For these are powerful, powerful times. And as we move forward into gratitude, as we move forward into this state of grace, then more and more miracles will come to us. And so blessings to you all. Namaste. Have a great week.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.